Hi, welcome back to the workshop. I've had someone bring in a quite interesting repair in the last couple of days, so I just thought I'd do a quick video to show you how I went about what was actually quite a challenging job. And what we've got is another 335. A bit like buses, aren't they? You wait for ages for one and then two turn up. And basically what I've been asked to do is to replace these humbucker size P90s that the owner's fitted and doesn't like with the original humbuckers. Pretty straightforward, right? Yeah, I wish. The problem is that when removing these humbuckers, the owner has cut the wire off. So we've got maybe less than 10mm of wire sticking out the back of the humbucker. So there's nowhere near enough to refit the humbuckers as they are, and there's also not enough to splice on a new bit of cable. So our only chance of making these humbuckers work again is to disassemble them and put a completely new bit of wire in. Now, I'm not going to slag the owner off for doing this. I fully understand why he's done it. It would have made the job of fitting the new pickup so much easier. Having the existing wiring in place means you've just got to splice on the new wiring for the P90s. And had the P90s worked how we wanted them, that would have been absolutely fine. Unfortunately, they didn't. Okay, so the first step in sorting this out is to actually get the humbucker cover off. And as you can see, it's soldered on with some fairly decent blobs of solder. Now the problem you'll have with these is there's a lot of mass to these pickups. There's a lot of metal here, and that is going to act as a heat sink. So you need a really heavy duty soldering iron to kind of melt these off, and even then it's a bit of a job. And I'm fairly convinced that this pickup is going to be full of wax as well. And we want to keep as much of that wax in the pickup as possible. So if we try and melt the solder to get the cover off, we're going to end up melting the wax, and it's going to leak out of these pole piece holes. Don't ask me how I know that. And you know, that's less than ideal. It could potentially cause the pickup to become microphonic once we get it back together, and nobody wants that, especially not on a semi-hollow. So to get these off, I'm going to try another technique first. And those with a slightly nervous disposition might want to look away now, because I'm going to actually cut it off with a Stanley knife. And we have to be careful doing this because obviously this area here is very close to the winds on the bobbins, and if I even so much as touch it with a Stanley knife blade, it'll probably cut the windings and render the pickup useless. So I need to be making sure that I'm kind of angling my cut away from there as much as possible, and just be very gentle with it. Okay, so that's both of those snipped through now, so we'll just try and get the cover off. This is definitely full of wax. Okay, so that's the cover off. So now we need to disassemble this so we can get the back plate off, and then we can expose the wiring and get it in a position where we can splice a new bit on. Okay, so that's the pickup kind of taken to pieces as much as we need to. All I did was I took the 4 small screws out the back there and pulled it apart. And I've also just kind of dug a little bit of this wax out to reveal the wires that are coming out of the pickup bobbins themselves. And now what I need to do is just remove this wire from here. Now I will clean all this up a bit further along, but for now I can just snip that off. And you can probably just about see there's a black and a white wire coming out of there. And if I remove that, you can see that the black wire is basically attached to a bit of braid that's been grounded on the pickup body, and this is the white wire that will go to the hot lug on the volume pot. And now what I need to do is just extend these 2 wires with something suitable so we can refit the pickup. And I'm just going to use some of this 4-core multi-strand wire. So the first thing I'm going to do is just heat up this blob of solder on the back plate and get that off. This could take quite some time. Okay, so that's the back plate, cleaned up a little bit, got rid of that big blob of solder. There is a little bit of solder left on there, but that will actually help me to get my fresh solder to stick to it when the time is right. I've pre-prepared a little bit of wire to splice on here. And what I've done is I've snipped off the cores that I'm not going to use, just left the black and the white one so it's matching the colours of the wire on the pickup. And then it's just a matter, we'll clean this up a little bit. Get rid of some of that, we're going to need it. So I'll just start off with tinning these wires properly. And this is actually a very delicate little wiring job that we need to do, just to reduce any risk of shorts. Get a bit of heat shrink on there. And then we just use our helping hands tool to position them together. Solder them up. Okay, so with that done, and before I go any further, we can now check that we've still got a viable pickup. And all I'm going to do is get my multimeter. I'm going to set it onto the 20 kilo ohm range and just check for resistance. Now I'd expect this to be somewhere between 7.5, 8.5k. And we've got 8.48. That's been picked up. Yeah, we've got about 8.5k there. Which is great because it means we've got continuity on those winds, and theoretically that means I can't see any reason at all why this pickup wouldn't work as long as we don't do anything silly now. So next thing I'm going to do is just get this back plate back into position. And now what we need to do is solder this ground wire back onto there. And this is probably going to take quite a lot of heat onto the base plate to get that to work. So I'm just going to sit the rest of the pickup off that with these little plastic spacers, just to keep the wax from melting as much as possible. And we'll start to get some heat into it. Okay, so that's soldered on. It's probably not the prettiest soldering I've ever done, but it is what it is in these situations. So now we can start to reassemble this. And first of all, we'll get these little plastic spacers back in. And then we can reinstall the screws that hold the bobbins in. I'm just going to tuck those wires in there a little bit, just to get them out of the way. And then we can reinstall the cover, like that. Make sure it's firmly in position. And again, I'm going to double check the continuity. Yeah, we're good. And now it's just a matter of resoldering these little joints. Now this does take quite a bit of heat to do, but I'm hoping, because we've still got quite a bit of the old solder on there, we can heat that up fairly easily. And get some new stuff to stick. One. And there's the second one. They're held nicely. Okay, so that's the first pickup done. I now need to do exactly the same on the second one. I'm not going to film that, so I'll pick up again with you when that's done. And here we have the second one. Okay, so we can actually start work on the guitar now. And to say this is an Epiphone, it actually plays and sounds really, really nice. Had a little go on it last night. Yeah, if this was mine, I'd be very happy with it. So all I'm going to do first is just whip the strings off, and then we can get it to pieces and see what we've got. Okay, so that's the strings off. So now I'm just going to whip these pickups out and see what we're dealing with. Ideally, I would like to do as little to the wiring on this as humanly possible, because I don't fancy taking all the pots out and then having to fish them all back in again. But if that's not going to work, it's not going to work. Okay, so I've got the pickup back in its ring, prepared all the wires, tinned everything up, got some heat shrink in position. So I'm just literally going to solder these wires back together. You notice I've got a nice big thick piece of leather to protect the finish on the guitar as well. Okay, so that's wired in, but before I do the heat shrink over both the joints, I'm just going to turn the amp back on. It's plugged in already, and we'll just give it a quick tap test. And that seems to be working absolutely fine. I'm running short of heat shrink, and that's not the best size to use, but it'll be absolutely fine. And we can move on to the bridge pickup. Okay, so again, all set up, everything's where we need it to be. Solder everything together. And again, we'll just plug this in and test it before we screw it all together. That looks like everything's working properly. Now, having this little extra bit of wire on is actually beneficial, because the wire from this pickup is actually showing in the F hole. And as you can see, this guitar doesn't have a pick guard on, so once we get everything in position, I can actually pull that out of the way, and hopefully that won't be visible anymore. Okay, so I'll get this strung back up and we'll see how it sounds. Okay, so that's all back together, strung up, tuned up, and it's just going through my tiny little amp that I use in the workshop, so it's not the best amp in the world, but sounds really nice. So we'll give it a quick clean up and get on the phone to the customer. I hope you found that useful and enjoyable. If so, don't forget to hit the like button, and it really, really would help me out if you subscribe to the channel as well. I'll be back very soon with another video, so until then, thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.